Hi everyone, this is the Pacifican Out Loud, the Pacifican in case you can't read. I'm Natalie, and I'm going to tell you what's going on tonight. First, we'll bring you Jesse, and he'll tell you everything about what's going on here on campus. Jesse?
What's up, Pacific? This is Jesse Volkert, Lifestyles Editor for the Pacifican, with some student events to look out for. ASUOP Arts and Entertainment continues to bring talented performers to Pacific. The latest performance will be this Thursday at 8 p.m. in the Lair, featuring the band Milo Green. Two major events are happening this Saturday. At 7 p.m. at the Bob Hope Theater, two-time Grammy Award-winning artist India Ari will be performing and lecturing as part of Pacific's celebration of Black History Month. Later that evening, the electronic dance community presents Lights, an electronic music dance. The event will take place from 9 to 12:30 a.m. at the UC Ballroom. Also a reminder, applications to be part of Pacific's Pride Alliance's annual Pride Week drag show need to be submitted by this Friday, February 17th. Don't forget to check out this week's issue of the Pacifican for artist spotlights, reviews, and event roundups. If you're interested in writing for us, come to the Pacifican meetings every Thursday at noon and our office hours Tuesday from noon to 1 p.m., both in Morris Chapel. Have a great week, Pacific.
Thanks, Jesse. Next, we have Carrie, who will tell you all about campus news. Carrie?
I'm Carrie, and this is Campus News for the Pacifican Out Loud. Last Sunday, Stacey Nato kicked off Love Your Body Week. The former Dove Girl gave a presentation in the UC Ballroom. Nato addressed the issues of unrealistic beauty portrayed in media. Nato started the evening with the talk of how she ended up in her underwear on a billboard in Times Square. A student at DePaul University, Nato described herself as an everyday, average student. Since her stint as a Dove Girl, Nato has traveled around the country encouraging people to be their healthiest selves. She challenges her audience members to define what that means for each individual. Throughout her talk, Nato emphasized the fact that the media puts out false realities. Check out other Love Your Body Week events on the Pacific website in the Health Services section. Last week, Pacific's Career Resource Center held the Meet Your Future event. The event was made up of mock interviews and workshops. The interviews were held in the Career Resource Center and the workshops were held in the Regents Room. 30 employers came to volunteer for Pacific students. Some of the blips of the event included audio difficulties on Tuesday with the Skype session, and on Thursday, Starbucks did not show up for their panel. Check out the Pacifican tomorrow for the latest news, or visit www.thepacifican.com. For the Pacifican Out Loud, I'm Carrie. Back to you, Natalie.
Thanks, Carrie. Finally, we have Ruben with Campus Sports. Ruben?
Hello, everybody. This is Ruben D. with your Pacifican Out Loud Sports Update. Both basketball teams had huge success over the weekend. Ross Rivera tipped the ball in with 1.9 seconds left to give the men's team a thrilling 62-61 win over CSU Northridge. Rivera scored the team's final 17 points. Meanwhile, both Kendall Rodriguez and Kendall Kenyon totaled career-high marks in points. Rodriguez scored 25, while Kenyon added 22 to give the women's team an 87-63 victory over UC Irvine. Women's water polo outdueled Fresno Pacific 13-6 last week. On Saturday, Pacific proved that win was no fluke, taking out the Sunbirds again, this time 9-4. Sophomore Milena Plain notched her third hat trick of the season, while freshman Taylor Adair contributed 2 goals as well. Softball opened the 2012 season over the weekend at the Stacy Winsberg Memorial Tournament in Los Angeles, California. In the opening game on Friday, the Tigers held a 2-0 lead going into the 7th inning, but could not hold on. Number 18 Kentucky came back to win 3-2 in a heartbreaker. The following day, the Tigers fell to number 13 UCLA 10-2 in 6 innings. Sophomore Kelsey Rodriguez belted the first Pacific home run of the season in the 4th inning. Men's volleyball battled 2 MPSF foes over the weekend. Friday, the team fell to number 11 CSU Northridge 3-2 with scores of 21-25, 25-20, 21-25, 25-18, and 15-13. Senior Florian Gornick led the team with 21 kills in the loss. The next day, Pacific tasted victory once again, upsetting number 9 Long Beach State 3-1 with scores of 19-25, 25-21, 25-23, and 25-19. Gornick totaled 20 kills in victory, while senior Sean Daly recorded 8 blocks for the second consecutive game. Both tennis teams went 1-1 in weekend action. The men's team hosted Loyola Marymount on Saturday, falling in a close 4-3 match. The Tigers rebounded on Sunday, blasting St. Mary's 6-1. Meanwhile, the women's team suffered a sweep at Long Beach State on Saturday. However, Pacific did rebound with a 6-1 win over UC Riverside the following day. Now, here's what's coming up this weekend. Both men's and women's swimming teams will be at the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation Championships in Long Beach. The championships will be going on now through Sunday, all day. Baseball will make its 2012 debut in a 3-game series with Cal. The Tigers will travel to the Golden Bears on Friday and Saturday. The games will be at 1:30 and 2 o'clock respectively. Saturday, Cal will come here in the home opener at 1 o'clock. Softball heads to Stanford to participate in the Netkey Invitational, which takes place Friday and Saturday. The Tigers will play Stanford, Nevada, and Bradley as part of the event. Men's basketball will be back in ESPN's Bracket Busters, taking on Idaho State on Saturday at 5 o'clock in the Spano Center. Meanwhile, the women's basketball team heads to Cal State Northridge on Thursday and Long Beach State on Saturday. Men's volleyball continues its road trip. It will be at UC San Diego on Friday and at UC Irvine on Saturday. Women's water polo will take part in the Lancer Invite hosted by Cal Baptist. Pacific will face off against USC, host Cal Baptist, Occidental, and Fresno Pacific. The games will take place Friday and Saturday. This has been Ruben D. with your Pacifican Out Loud Sports Update.
Thanks, Ruben. That's it for the Pacifican Out Loud. Tomorrow, come to the Pacifican meeting and get some free Red Bull. For the Pacifican Out Loud, I'm Natalie. Have a good night.